Naija still dey recover from the bad things wey military administration do to civil service. Obaseki na him talk this one. Edo State Governor Obaseki don talk say civil servants get ogbonge role to play to help government achieve the vision for the people. Obaseki talk this one through Edo State Deputy Governor, Right Honourable Comrade Philip Shaibu, when represent am for the inauguration of the Interministerial Counterpart Team and Stakeholders Workshop for the operationalization of John Odige Oyegun Public Service Academy.
I'm happy and delighted that things are changing and government is moving on. You are the engine of the government, and when we say government, you are the government. The governor, deputy governor, it's not the government. They are just to guide how government's ambitions are and mandate of our people are delivered. But the real actualizer of the vision and mandate is you. If there's a bad vision, it's you that will guide it. If there are good visions, it's you that will guide it. And that's why I agree that not the laws really, it is the doers of those laws that actually matter. So if you have a very good government, a very good president, and the implementers of his visions do not even understand it, it's a visionless government. So you can see how important you are. What has been lacking really? It's not capacity. My brother said it's not capacity. But it's about taking ownership and understanding who we are and what our duties are. That is what I've been lacking really.
Obaseki constitute mouth for how military take destroy the engine room of government when be the civil service. Until now, Naija never still recover from and finish. Obaseki when inaugurate the Interministerial Counterpart Team, consti talk say Edo State they create civil service when go be the face of new Nigeria.
The military came and destroyed the fabric of civil service and the engine room of governance. And we are still trying to recover from that destruction that the military did. When people look at how governance are failed, they easily forget that there was a transition, there was a period, there was a gap when the military came, between when the military were in government and when they left. We in Edo, we decided that we will ignore whatever is happening outside Edo and concentrate in Edo and be the Edo that we are and just do our own things. And when we do it well, it may be the beginning of a revolution of things being done in a proper perspective in the country. So we have made ourselves role models that other states and precedents that other states will come and so if you get the civil service right and public service right, you will be the new civil service and the new trainees of the new Nigeria workforce in this 21st century. So you don't understand, and I'm sure you don't really understand that it's beyond you now. It's you now being the face of the new Nigeria. Between the time you come to work and when you are leaving, what have you achieved? What you have achieved will add up to the GDP and the growth of the state. Yes. What you have not achieved that you are supposed to achieve is reduce the progress of our state. That is all these things are about. But to get there, you need to first take ownership and understand where the vision is taking you and who you are, and what is your role, and what is your contribution in this vision. So the end point is that you are the real government and you are the engine room of governance. If you get it done, Nigeria and Edo will be better for it. Don't forget, as leaders, those that you lead are looking at your body language, not just what you say. This facility is there for training. The training doesn't end here. Whatever benefit you get from training, you must take it to the office. And the office should be better for it in terms of what you have learned.
Head of Service for Edo State, Anthony Okungbawa Esquire, when he talks say government laws no fit work without civil servants, constantly the civil servants make them take advantage of these ogbonge reforms when they go on for Edo State civil service.
With bad laws, and good civil servants, it's still possible to govern. But with bad civil servants, even the best laws cannot work. How do we make good civil servants? Several things. But first, intellectual property resource development. And that's what we're doing today. The government of Edo State, the governor, the deputy governor have invested a lot in what we are seeing today. And it is our expectation as the minders of the system that everyone will take advantage and leverage the opportunity that will be provided so that we can become good civil servants and not bad civil servants. I'm sure you can see what is there. We are building a public service whose hallmarks are efficiency, productivity, and service delivery. The journey of 1,000 kilometers, the Chinese will say, begins with a step. So slow and steady wins the race. We don't have to be slow, but we have to be steady. Today is the beginning of the intellectual property resource development, formal beginning with what has happened here today. So I expect that all of us will key into it and support it.
Precious Ajonu, when be the MD of John Odige Oyegun Public Service Academy, talks the reason for this world-class training academy not to train civil servants for Edo State.
His Excellency Governor Obaseki, on resumption of office, began the civil and public service transformation process. This led to the birth of the Edo State Civil and Public Service Transformation Program, Edo Step, which is changing the core engine of government. According to His Excellency, you can only come into service on a merit basis. We must position the civil and public service to be the best employer of labor. In line with this thinking, His Excellency set up the John Odige Oyegun Public Service Academy as a learning and development institution to drive accelerated human capacity building within the civil and public service. In pursuit of this objective, the government has built this world-class training center with modern training facilities. Our academy is positioned to bridge the skills gap in the service, ensuring that we have a government that works for the people of Edo State. His Excellency's vision for JUPSA is to provide one source of truth for all training within the Edo civil and public service. To this end, JUPSA will provide a clear training methodology that will play a monitoring and evaluation role across the service. Again, His Excellency says, we have to organize ourselves and change our outlook to work. We must ensure that everybody employed in the civil and public service is trained and given the tools to work. There will be no shortcut to capacity building. As the world moves from unknowns to unknowns, there's an urgent need to position our workforce for today and tomorrow. JUPSA, when operationalized with all of your help, will be one of the great legacies of the transformation agenda of the Governor Obaseki-led government. Our governor's vision is to transform Edo State into a high-performing, progressive, and self-sufficient state. And to achieve this, we must upskill and retool our workforce. There are different ways to drive wide-scale transformation. We could consult the best organizations in the world and bring a template to Edo, or we can do what we are doing now. Come together as we have always done to understand, number one, how do we do training currently in the service, analyze where we want to be, and co-create a sustainable operationalization plan that is co-owned by all of us. People often ask, how will we sustain these reforms after this government? The simple answer is ownership. I therefore urge us to open our minds to the boundless possibilities ahead of us. I mean, we were great once, and we can be great again. For in the end, it's impossible to have a great life unless it's a meaningful life. And it's very difficult to have a meaningful life without doing good work. Jim Collins.
Princess Ekiwa Ine, when be the chairman for Edo State Civil Service Commission, talks say with this Ogbonge Training Academy, civil servants for Edo State will get Ogbonge training and make them take advantage of this academy.
It's a good thing that the government has done for us. We have never had it so good. The investment here is quite huge. I want to plead with the team that is being put in place today now to ensure that whatever delivery goods are passed on to you don't die with you. You must take them back to the ministries. You must be able to teach your subordinate staff the skills that you are going to acquire here. Learning is an everyday thing, and nobody has absolute monopoly of knowledge. The little you have, you must always be ready to share. So when you come here for any training, give it to your subordinates. Also educate those who are at the top, who may not have the opportunity of coming here for this kind of training. Please take good advantage of what you will be getting from this academy. The service is a bureaucracy guided by rules and regulations, and these rules and regulations must be adhered to. I know a lot of things are happening in those states right now as part of the transformation issues of this present administration. But the important thing is that there are rules. The commission recruits you. It is our duty to ensure that you do your job within the parameters of the rules and the regulations. So when you err, we also discipline you.
Omo Aluke Ajakaye, TMC TV News. No forget your PVC and your power. No say I'm giving a politician on election day.